What's up, friends? Duncan here, snowboard trainers. Let's take a lap together and go over what I'll call level 1 turns. So in the American Association of Snowboard Instructors, you have different levels. You have level 1, 2, and 3. Then you could be an examiner. Level 1's the easiest level, level 3 is harder. So these are what I consider level 1 turns. A couple of things to keep in mind as we're doing these turns, or as you're practicing these turns, is we're going to stay stacked. Okay, so what I mean by stacked is if I'm actually turning right now, my shoulders, my knees, my hips are all staying over my snowboard. For the most part, my center of mass, or my hips, is staying over my snowboard, and the only thing it's going to do is slightly move to my heel edge or slightly move to my toe edge. All right, so these turns, again, I wouldn't say these are for new riders. These are going to be for people who are already doing their S turns and they want their S turns to look cleaner, and they want to get up the mountain to steeper terrain where they could maybe progress a little bit quicker or go a little bit faster. The thing here with these S turns is you want to be able to master them and get them near perfect on green slopes, so really easy, nice slopes, really mellow to practice at first. And then as you feel more comfortable, you take these same level 1 turns to your blue runs or even your black runs. So you get steeper and steeper over time. The main thing I'm going to need to do, right, with the AASI, American Association of Snowboard Instructors, we're going to use tilt, which means we're going to tilt the board to heels to toes to make this turn happen. We want to use lower body movements. So you're going to see as I'm doing this, my lower body is making the movement, my upper body is staying more stable, and it's not doing much at all, right? We want to try to move away from using rotation, upper body rotation, to make the turns happen. All right, and I'll demonstrate this even as I get off the chair. As I get off this chair, I'm just going straight, standing up over my board. I'm going to use a little bit of dorsiflexion and move my center mass slightly back to my heels to make this turn. All right, so nothing crazy here. And so, again, if you have a hard time getting off the chairlift, make sure you're just practicing your one-footed J turns. It's gonna make it a lot easier. All right, so start off, I always recommend for those, people progressing out of that new rider stage, getting a little bit more skill acquisition under their belt, to do what I call the karate chop to start off. All right, so put this glove on, do this. All right, so here we go. I'll do this. So as I'm making this turn, I'm going to start off in a traverse, meaning I'm going from right to left, I'm flexing down, slightly extending, shifting my weight over to my toe edge. Again, on my toe edge, flexing down, slightly extending, moving my weight over my heel edge. If I'm going too fast, I want to make sure I'm going more perpendicular to the hill. Think of a plus sign. Right? This is going to help me slow down by just using my turn shape and size. If I want to go faster, I just point my board a little bit more down the fall line. And again, all I'm using is my lower body to make these turns happen. I'm going to switch over to my goofy edge. Let's show this right goofy. Again, flexing down as I'm going into my turn, then extending up to switch my edge. All right, it's going to make it a little bit easier to make these turns. Flexing down, extending up. Flexing down, extending up. If I feel more comfortable, I want to go faster, I can take this more directly down the fall line. I'm focusing on the same exact thing. Flexing down, extending up to make that edge change. Right. So if you found this information to be useful, feel free to share it with your friends. Comment, like, do whatever you got to do. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Cheers, friends.